So, as Napoleon himself said, between a battle lost and a battle won, the distance is immense, and there stand empires. And I would say this is very much true in this case. Because of this army, basically my main army in the north, if this is destroyed, well, I really don't think I have anything left, really. Not at this time anyway, and then I would have to sink massive amount of funds into rebuilding it. Also, Hamburg, right? Hamburg over here? I think so, will surely fall. I don't see any other way that will go. They might also have a path into France itself by that point. Maybe not France, but at least Belgium. That's for sure. Maybe like Alsace, which is still France, technically. Anyway, this will be quite interesting. They have a Blücher. How do you pronounce it? Blücher? Yeah, I think so. Blücher. Is very famous, at least in Norway, for different reasons than that the rest of the world might have. Let's just go into the battle while I tell this. Basically, just because of the battleship named after him, or was it the cruiser? I think it might have been technically called a cruiser, which was sank in the Straits of Drøbak, as it's named. When the Germans invaded Norway. So that's basically how I would say most of Norwegians know that name from. Yeah. Has something to do with what I heard some time ago, is that generally, like to the general public, generals are more known, or great generals are more known for their losses than their actual victories. Of course, depends on who writes them. Well, take a look at Napoleon, for example. Waterloo? Do you have any other battles he's generally known for? Of course, we know all the battles of Austerlitz and Austerlitz, however you pronounce that, and all of them. But the general public, no, they know Waterloo, and that's about it. Okay, how to deploy here? That's the real problem, because I know there's coming in quite a great army from this direction right here. So how to defend the crossing? The crossings. There are two, right? Yeah, here's the second one. So this is basically the last battle, just in the complete opposite direction. And what that means is I'll have to defend against my own side and also this side. I'll basically have to defend from an attack in the opposite direction. That is semi the point of what I'm trying to get across here. Also, there's the problem of where to actually put my my artillery. Because placing them here, that wouldn't cut it, just because of this massive hill right here. The shots will lob over, but still, many of them won't, and that's a definite waste of actually quite a good and decent artillery. So I won't do that. I'll rather try to do something like this, because yeah, there are some hills here and there and some buildings, but at least it doesn't have to lob over a massive hill so close to where they're stationed. Similarly, over on this flank, I think we'll do this. Well, maybe not exactly there. More like there, maybe? Still massive hills, but if I turn them like this, they're at least facing towards the main body right here. Yeah, I think this is okay. Of course, enemy artillery. That's also a very real concern here. Also, these batteries aren't overlapping completely. So let's see if we can actually get them to do that. I mean, good enough, right? Yeah, I would say so. Okay, so that's the artillery setup. Let's just separate the cavalry so we can actually concentrate a bit. Oh, we can do this, I didn't realize. But this still actually might be the best way to do... No, of course not. If we can deploy on this side, why would we do it like this? We can just basically do this. Yeah, why not, right? And plus, these guys are attacking, so of course they will be coming towards me. That's self-evident, if you know anything about Total War. Even the AI, who makes some weird decisions, is bound to follow those rules. So that means that they will try to advance. Yeah, let's see. Also, the artillery has great range because they are 8-pounders. Yeah, 8-pounders. So they have quite a lot of firepower. Let's say 700 range, as opposed to the 6-pounder, which I think have 600 range. So of course, range advantage is absolutely brilliant to have. Let's see, general staff. What to put you with? Let's see. I have some pretty banged up cavalry units right here, so I'll try to make a point out of sparing them from battle. Also, I have some pretty decently intact ones. So, as per usual, they will be on either flank and in a position to protect the artillery, or at least try to protect the artillery. And then comes the matter of the line infantry. And that's actually a pretty simple matter to solve. Let's see. I think this is pretty reasonable. If the cavalry or infantry, for that matter, do go on a direct and immediate assault, I'll push them past the artillery and try to push them up as far as possible to the crossings. Hopefully in time, preferably in time. Also, I think this is a full army stack, but if it isn't, they'll also be in a position in which they can just turn around and go after the reinforcements, which should come in from over here. Also, that's why I'm keeping the cavalry back. So, I think this isn't as hopeless as I thought it was. Well, I don't think it was hopeless by any means, but well, unfavorable, to put it kindly. Let's see, just trying to get some decent overlapping here. There we go. There's a slight dead spot here, but yeah, the line infantry is reasonably far back, so that shouldn't be a problem. And we have liftoff! Liftoff! And it's all empty inside. Well, it's a balloon, so what would you expect, really? So, very much nothing is going to happen. For at least the first few minutes of this match. So, I see nothing else to really bother with other than just speeding up and get to some action, damn it. Let's see. Musketeers. Great. Let's see. Swiss line, also carrying the Prussian banner. Would have been a bit nice if they were carrying some sort of Swiss banner, but then again they were mercenaries under the Prussian army, so it's understandable. Yeah, certainly when I think that once again Swiss infantry was usually mercenaries and a lot of armies, and certainly the French as well. So to avoid confusion, probably the best to have the actual nation that they were fighting for's banner and not some kind of Swiss banner. Anyway, we have a lot of enemy artillery getting absolutely massacred. I was going to say entering my target area, but just look at this. They have, well, now they have 0 left in that. This unit right here got completely demolished, and yeah, I'm ready to just continue on with the barrage. And it seems like when you kill one of these men, or maybe hit some horses, like everyone die. Yeah, look at that. Until they're deployed, is my guess. Also, not as wise to mix any units in with artillery when the artillery is being shot at. Apparently not as common knowledge as I thought it was. Okay. They're charging. Are they charging? Or are they just putting themselves in a pretty awful position here? Okay, anyway, let's really push up here. Or maybe do something like, let's see, this. And just push them up, but don't put them in front of the artillery yet. And if needed, I'll sprint forward and close the line right here, and then hold my own artillery. But anyway, on the other side of the battlefield, shit is going down. And downhill, for that matter. Let's see, 2 artillery pieces? Okay, they have all 4 intact, but they are significantly... Wow, that's quite bad. The overlap. Oh man, this is looking bad. Anyway, pay attention, damn it. Reminds me of a witness testimony I heard from the Battle of Borodino. Or Borodino? Oh, yeah. I think I pronounced it exactly the same as the first time. Typical me. But I heard a temporary witness account from the Battle of Borodino. And they basically... Okay, just 2 seconds. Let's slow this down a bit. Okay. Well, maybe I should try actually not to slow this down. But yeah, that should do. Back to the testimony. I heard that a French cuirassier unit basically got told to stand pretty close to an artillery piece. Not that much different than this. And they were basically being pelted by grape shot after grape shot after grape shot, or canister technically. And well, seeing that this is a little, or this was Napoleonic times, you basically do what you're told no matter what. They were just standing there and getting pelted by enemy artillery and basically getting slaughtered. So that tells you that when a unit on the battlefield became ill-placed or forgotten, they were basically screwed, because they weren't going to... Well, they're either gonna follow their instructions or they're gonna break. They're not going to take that much initiative on their own. That wasn't simply the case in this point in time. Might be some examples of it. I'm not claiming to be an expert on the matter, but it wasn't as common as you see today. You didn't have the squad system or anything like that. But we are getting some serious advances here on this bridge. Let's see. Okay, 1 unit is leaving the battlefield right here, which is not as good as you might imagine. Let's see, which cannons are we opening for? Okay, these ones. So basically, let's have a look at the range. Okay, just when they exit the bridge, or manage to cross the bridge entirely, they should be in range. So that's actually quite good. Let's have you on that, and have you on fire at will. And I think that is quite satisfying. Okay, do we see any reinforcements? No, but we definitely see the underside of the map. Come on, get up. There we go. Should really learn to use this feature, which basically lets the camera just zoom across the battlefield, and just faster the higher up you go. Anyway, it's time to get down to earth. Well, you're not cavalry, and the 2 cavalry units appears to be running away. So I think we'll just close that. Oh! Yeah, here comes some bloody fools. Swiss. Well, they're just doing what they're told. Runespeaker's line infantry. That doesn't look too good for ya. Ooh. Ooh. Can I hold fire here? We'll just see what happens. And also, you as well. And then also select these guys. There we go. And are they automatically creating lines here? Kinda. There we go. Fire at will. Ooh. There we go. Oh, we're being charged. How original. Let's see. Every unit that has God mode available is now in God mode, so that's good. Let's see, take a look at the position right here. Okay, if they're gonna fire, they're going to fire into these guys right here, so they will stay silent for now. They are also going to fire into my own man. Yeah. Not favorable at all, let's see. Let's do this slightly better. There we go. Now it should be a lot more difficult to actually manage to do that. Also, I think I'll try to make room for the rest of the artillery right here. At least this battery as well. Well, this regiment. This is a battery. This is a regiment. Oh, I didn't have the appropriate ammo. Well, change that. Also, a lot of cavalry is just devastated. Or close to at least. So, let's see. Here are some hussars. And here's some more cavalry, but I think that's actually mounted gunners. But anyway. Let's see. Now all of these are in effect. So crossing this bridge, if you take this into account, even if you are cavalry or not, this should be quite hard a task. Also, these guys are actually fighting those guys. or were fighting those guys. So that's something. Ah, here comes one of the, like, million generals who are on this field today. We still haven't seen any reinforcements. I'm quite surprised by that. Oh, look at this. They have lost 30 men. Slightly over. Out of like 400? 440? And they had like... their backup, so it must have been artillery or something. Actually quite likely, as you might see right there. Might try something similar on this side, but if I'm gonna do that, I need more regiments. Of course I have some, but meh. Real attack is coming in here, and it's quite one-sided, to be honest. I'm really thankful that artillery has unlimited ammo in this game, and in Empire. Okay, here comes the cavalry, or one of the units at least. Let's see. Let's see how the hussars fare. They're actually doing recently, yeah. Decently, there we go. But they are trying to charge like 5 rank deep units, so that won't happen. At least it won't happen when you have 27 men left, or 27 horses, I guess, left in the army, in the regiment. You know what I mean. Oh, that was quite a chain route. Let's see. Switch to round shots, so we can extend the range a bit. See if we can have some hitters. Okay, so apparently the battle, which I thought was going to be quite a challenge and very hard, and I would probably lose, well, you can see that simply wasn't the case. But I think if the army which I routed in the previous parts, if that army actually reinforced and managed to help out in this battle, I think it would have gone a lot differently. But if they don't interfere, sometimes reinforcements are coming in quite late, but if they don't interfere, this battle is basically a guaranteed loss for Prussia by this point. There we go. Now we're back in range, baby. Let's see if we can get some slow motion. Yeah, slow-mo. There we go. Ooh, here's a nice one. There we go. Let's see if we can find those again. Oh, it's not that easy actually. Nope, slightly difficult, but let's see if we can see some effects here. Oh, there we go. Oh, here comes the all those pellets you may be seeing. I don't know, just because of oh, there we go. Just because of YouTube's crappy compression. But if you saw that, that was the pellets from the cancer shots. And it's quite impressive. This is also quite impressive. Look at this. Yeah. Oh, here comes... I don't know if it's the general, but at least one of the generals. Let's see, General Staff. And he is quite screwed. I think he is the general. He definitely isn't a general. But let's everyone hold the fire and try to lure the general staff in. Let's see, where are they? Like the rest of them. No, they're not easy to find. Where's the general? Okay, here he is. So it was one of the lesser generals, which I almost. Well, I might have killed him. I don't know. I don't know if only the main general and the reinforcing general counts. I know all of them counts in Empire, so I think all of them count in this game as well. But I can be wrong. I have shown that several times. I have, in fact, quite experienced in being wrong. Also, I keep forgetting about this. Should really be better. Let's see, there we go. I was going to say, also we need to take a look at this side of the battlefield. But apparently they're doing quite good on their own, so there's actually no need. It might be a need to turn Fire at Will back on. Okay, it definitely is. Let's see, this should be viewable. Oh, so you guys haven't reloaded? Great, let's see. There we go, wow.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
Really? Huh, that's weird. I actually really rarely see that. Ooh, these barrages are quite devastating. So let's see, what unit was it? This unit right here. You, good sir, need to be replaced. Let's see, send a special regiment to take his place. Also keep them back here, so we can sprint them in if the artillery is in need of being rescued. Or just merely defended. Yeah, this is not going to work out for you. Unless you kill my general with a stray shot. Don't try to make it happen. It's not going to happen. Yeah. Retreat! Retreat, lads! He's actually still alive. That's quite a feat, but I don't think he will be alive that much longer if he continues to just stand here like this. My point exactly. I saw at least 10 bullets or fragments just flying past him. So it was only a matter of time, I'm afraid, for that guy. Let's see, I might be able to, yeah, I should be able to, just punch through with my cavalry on this flank right here. And massacre at least these guys. Also, these musketeers right here. I can't surround this. Well, strictly speaking, I can't surround this because not all of them are committed across the bridge here. Only some of them. But at least I will have some possibilities, to put it kindly. Let's see. Okay, in preparation for the cavalry attack, which we have seen in the past, don't necessarily turn out the way you want them to. Let's see, in preparation we will bombard these musketeers right here, because those are, I would say, the most dangerous units to be able to counter any cavalry attack right here. Okay, so first move them up here, so they don't run out in front of the artillery and do stupid things. Also push up these guys, try to get some shots in on those guys. Okay, you can see the morale kicking in already. or the morale debuffs kicking in already. It's quite good. I think they're actually leaving the range, so time to find another target. Target. Yeah, my pronunciation of things still has some issues, to put it kindly. Let's see. This is not a special general. Well, it is a good general. I think all of them had, except Blücher, which actually is the quote-unquote special general. I think all of them were over 3 stars, so they're actually quite good generals. But they're not Blücher, so they don't have their own model, which is a slight shame. There we go. Here is the great general himself. With the Iron Cross and everything. And quite a mustache. But then again, so has like half the other men in these armies. And the exact same face. At least it seems like. Okay, I'm not targeting my cavalry, so I'm fine with whatever you're doing. Just try to get some shots in and clear the way here. Okay, they're routing, so go for the general staff, and basically the way is clear for a crossing. Let's see, another unit just used all its available ammunition. Is that one of those guys? It actually is. It's those guys. And push up 2 units, because this is quite a large one.
A glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
There we go. Now we have a... I'll try to drag those guys in again. But... There you go. Now we have a fully functioning line, ammunition-wise. Okay, do you still have those guys targeted? Actually, I think it's much better if you just hold your fire by this point. Okay, just make sure that these guys aren't returning. That would be great. Cavalry is already winded. Anyway, those guys are shattered. Oh, reinforcements. Finally. Well, it's not a welcome sight, but by this point I'm not really too concerned. Of course, they're worryingly close, but that can be dealt with until we have the power to actually do something about that. Start to march these guys over. Also, the artillery. Okay, we have a lot of units which don't have any ammunition. A general is dead. Knight now. I think that's the best general they had, so that's quite a win for me. Also, this confirmed my suspicion that sometimes the reinforcing are just very late. Anyway, I think these guys will be able to just mop up most of the remaining stuff. At least that's what I'm hoping. So we'll send some to those guys. Some take out the artillery. Actually clicked all of the units to attack the artillery. And there we go. Okay, I have some good cavalry units there, so might not be able to just straight out win this, but they should certainly be able to hold them for quite some time while I move up some units. As you can see right here. There we go. I know some of them don't have any ammunition, but still. Oh, there we go.
Now they must break.
Blücher is dead. Well, technically, he is just injured. All of our cavalry stands free. You guys over there, not all of our cavalry, but all of our cavalry on that flank stands free. What are you guys trying to do? Seriously. You are... Okay, I thought you were trying to go after my artillery. Obviously, you're not that smart. So... let's do that. Those guys are broken. I don't think they will return by this point. Oh, yeah, it's Blücher. Or at least his bodyguard. That has returned, so... let's deal with that. Okay, let's try to pull back here through this, I don't know if we can actually call it a gap, but still. There we go, try to make this more, gapey, I guess. And I put him into walking. Great. Land attack. It's on the move. Okay, the cavalry is saved. I think we can close the rank by now. Just deselect everything. There we go. And that should be it, actually. Artillery. Let's rearrange you into a slightly better position. There we go. Those guys won't be able to make a difference. It's my guess. These guys can land attack. Well, yeah, 21 horsemen. They won't matter when it comes to that fight. Those guys, they are pretty screwed. Is all that they have left cavalry? Almost seems like it. I think actually all of their cavalry is beaten back by now, so that's that for them. Of course, that means we can use our cavalry to good advantage here, or to good effect here. Guess the correct term. Get them over here, in which they can be used to just run in from the side and yeah, basically route all of these guys if they're not routed by my my other line infantry, and not this line infantry, which is still trying to reach them to be of help. I don't know if they will be or if they're actually needed at all.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
Great. Another one. Also a column attack. There we go. So basically these two units are just they're just holding the flank, basically. They're not doing anything useful whatsoever. Oh, here we go, Swiss Grenadiers. And they're on the brink of extinction. Should be put on a list or something. And I guess the same can be said for these guys pretty shortly. I love this like 2-frame animation you see going on right here. If it comes across in this video. Yeah, they're already broken, so there's that. Artillery, do I really want to use you even? I don't know, actually. With those guys this close, I really must target these backlines and these backlines only, out of fear of friendly fire, which is a pretty valid concern when you take a look at the situation right here. Or the sitch, as the cool kids say. in like 2004 or something. Okay, cavalry should be able to break this pretty solidly. Okay, so they're entering the field with already a concern, so that's not too great a situation, isn't it? Or is it? There we go, push slightly further in. Those guys are just breaking. Just straight out breaking. I don't think they were even hit by... Okay, they were hit by some bullets, but... Yeah, they're breaking basically because of this. And that mass this cavalry force represents. And yeah, I think we see what will happen here. And now I think all but one, well, two if we count this one, of the regiments are actually broken. Well, some came back, of course. You know what? Just do... Okay, not this, but this. I can't do that on this regiment because they haven't technically entered the field yet, so that's the problem with that. Let's try to get some more of them to round here. Let's see, all that remains to be broken are these 3 regiments here, and any reinforcements coming in. Yeah, you can see they're still just pouring in here, but take a look at this. It's pretty obvious what the result of this will be if it just comes sooner. But they would have if they weren't chased so far after my original attack, or my original victory over them, I should say. Yeah, they just break immediately. It says concern army losses, but also the presence, well, the amount of men present also has quite a factor on this. Is quite a factor on this. Has quite the influence on this, I should say. And that's it, actually. Close victory, my ass. That was either a heroic victory or a devastating victory. Well, decisive victory. Well, between a battle lost and a battle won, the destiny is immense, and there stand empires. And you know what? I think the Prussian Empire is about to fall. So I think I'll call off this episode for now. That battle took quite a while, and I think this actually is quite a good time to end. We'll just finish this end turn, and any battles. Okay, let's see. Join war against Kingdom of Portugal, and they give me poverty control laws. Well, you're my ally and everything, but to be frank, my attention has to be, well, my attention is quite divided right here, as you can clearly tell. So, yeah, I'll refuse that. Sorry, but deal with it. And, yeah, as I said, I think this is a good time to end. Apparently I have financial issues. That'll have to be worked out, of course. But, you know, this army might be able to make their return. Or crush these guys. But... Or just... do this. In the next part, of course. In which we face basically the same army we have devastated 2 times. An army consisting of mostly garrisons, which we know the quality of. Also, we're facing an army with very little artillery, and what the artillery they do have is actually inferior to ours. So yeah, they have well over 10,000 men. I have 6,000 men, and yeah, I think the odds are quite in my favor. Even the balance bar is slightly on my side, and they generally count these militia way too much. So yeah, with just one battle and nothing else, but I think that was a long enough battle for it to be worth it. Also, that war has reached the maximum rank, I think. I think this is supposed to be the highest rank you can get. Rank 9. Seems a bit weird, should be able to go to rank 10. But what can I do? I haven't seen rank 10, so therefore I think rank 9 is the maximum. Anyway, as I said, I'm leaving this part here. I really hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it massively. But anyway, it must come to an end. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and as always, I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.